If you have an irrigation system, chances are one day one of your heads is going to fail. Whether the head doesn't pop up and water doesn't shoot out, or you run over it with your lawnmower and break it, like exactly what happened to me, you're going to need to know how to change one of your sprinkler heads. It's super simple with just a few tools, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how we're going to do that today. There's no reason to call an irrigation contractor to come out and do this for you. You can save that money. Let's get to work and let me show you exactly how we're going to do this. All right, so step number one is we're going to dig out the sprinkler head, and we're going to be really careful to try to save some of the grass on top because we're going to want to put that back. But this is the replacement head. These are Hunter i20 heads. Really recommend these. These are fantastic sprinkler heads. But basically there's a pipe that runs into this, and this just screws on really simply. No need for thread tape or anything like that. I don't know where this is broken in here. I just know that water's spraying out. So the first thing we're gonna do is dig this out and kind of assess the damage and see what exactly I broke and what needs to be repaired. All right, so I used this little garden trowel here and I dug out the hole, and we are finished with step number one. Look, I got a little piece of grass growing right in the top of that. Look at that. All right, so we've got this all cleaned out. And so, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we've got a piece of funny pipe that's running to the sprinkler head, just like what we talked about, all right? And I think what happened is when I ran this over with my mower, I pushed down on the top of the sprinkler head, and it's actually cracked right here at the bottom of the sprinkler head. So all we're gonna have to do is pop this out of that piece of funny pipe right here, slide the new one in, and we should be good to go. And then we'll backfill this, put the piece of grass that I saved back on top, and we should be good to go. And we'll test this before we put all the dirt back, just to make sure that we did everything right. But again, super simple fix. Broke right there. It's exactly where it broke. Before we turn this on, I'm going to get a rough guess of how this thing will spray. So what's really nice about these Hunter i20s is I can adjust the pattern at which it sprays. So there's a triangle on top, and that is where the water will come out. What you need to know about the Hunter i20s is everything starts with the furthest right position. So when I turn this, the starting position is to the right, which will be right down this grass line. And then I want it to stop right here, coming on the edge of the driveway. So I'm just going to adjust this until we get there. Kind of a rough guess. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. We just want it to be close. Oh, we just went more. So we want to adjust this to where it's almost to the driveway. That's pretty close. So that's going to be pretty close, okay? The other nice thing about these Hunters is I can shut off the water to this exact head. So rather than have water come spraying out and getting it everywhere, we're just going to test and make sure our fitting is right. So we're going to turn off the water to this head just by doing that. Now let's turn on the sprinkler so we don't get all wet, and check and make sure we don't have any big leaks before we fill it back up with dirt. So it looks like we are good to go. Of course, you can see the sprinklers are running, so that's good. And we don't have any water shooting out of the hole. The head didn't pop off, so we are good to go. I'm gonna shut down the system, and then we'll backfill with the dirt and move on to the last step. So really quick, I want to show you kind of what happened to this. You can see where it broke, where I had run over it with the mower, and because we're right next to the driveway, there's all that paver base, And so I guess when I ran over it with the mower, it smushed it down and it broke it right there at that junction. So last thing we're gonna do is we gotta change out the head. So I'll pull this one out, we'll put the new head on, and we'll sprinkle down some grass seed, and in a couple days, this will be repaired and we're back to normal. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Hope you found it helpful. Make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Again, this is just a really simple project that you should be able to do yourself. My name is Devin. I'm the DIY lawn coach. I can't wait to see you in the lawn. Peace.